Hi, happy Tuesday. We're late here. I'm outside after doing, oh my gosh, really hard. Can I just tell you? Sometimes I'm like, oh, I forgot how hard these workouts are when I do them again. I did the 10-minute HIIT with weights. So the one where you jump back, burpees, all that kind of stuff with push-ups, plank rows, and it was good, but really intense. This time I used my 7-kilo ones, so definitely made it a bit more challenging for those movements. All right, so you guys, I want to go over today how to create a plan for your workout so that you can stay successful, so you can continue your success from this challenge. Because like during this week, or 10 days, sorry, I keep calling it a week, during these 10 days we've had it completely mapped out for us. You can just plug and go, you know exactly what workout to do, you can just pull up the video or PDF and you're good to go. But when you're on your own, I've heard a few of you mentioning this too, you're just like, I don't know what to do. Or what's been nice about the challenge is that you don't have to have any guesswork, you just do it and you don't have to be thinking about it, and it really helps set you up for success if you can just plug and go. It depends on your personality type. Some people get bored with that and they love to have a bit more variety. So I want to kind of map out how to create your own plan so that you can continue to know what to do when, and could maybe have a little bit more variety if that's what you're looking for, or if you're someone who really likes that structure and just wants to know what to do when, then that would be available for you too. I'm gonna turn this, I think, because I feel like I'm really shadowy. Let's see if I can do this. Okay, nobody's on yet anyway. Okay, I think that's a little better. All right, so it's not really better. The light's just weird today. We're having a cloudy day here in Chicago. So what are we gonna do about our workout plan? So here's how I would break it down. I want you to think of 7, 5, 3, 1. And the 7 will be 7 days a week. So if you're thinking about a week, like what would be your week plan for your workouts? So 7, can you guess it? Your 7 days a week is move. So walking every day. So getting up, moving, taking the stairs, what we've been talking about with every little way that you can increase your movement. You want to do that 7 days a week, even on your rest days, right? So when we say rest day, I want you to think of it as an active rest day and not just like as a ticket to sit on the couch. So 7 days a week, that 7 stands for 7 days a week, you're moving, you're getting up and walking. The 5 stands for 5 days out of the 7 for every week. I want you to increase the intensity. So you're gonna be ramping it up a little bit. And then the 3 is those 3 of those 5 days, you wanna be doing some kind of strength training. So strength circuits like we've done with the AMRAPs, using weights, or the total body chains, any kind of workout with weights, you want to be doing 3 of those 5 days a week. So then the 1 is going to stand for 1 day of the week. You're going to want to do a HIIT, so kind of higher intensity interval training or sprints. And then the other 1 day of the week, so we got 5 days, we're going to increase the intensity. 3 of those will be strength circuits or some kind of strength training where you're increasing the resistance. And then of the other 2 of the 5, we're going to do 1 will be HIIT and 1 will be your choice. So you can really choose. And if you're not sure, add in another strength day so that you can kind of alternate. Maybe one day you do legs, you do more lower body focus, and then the next day you do upper body focus. You can do kind of splits like that. And then 2 of the days of the week you can do more total body like we've been doing in this challenge. So again, 7, if you're not sure what to do for your plan going forward and you want to have some guidance, just think of 7, 5, 3, 1. And 7 stands for 7 days a week. Every day of the week we're doing the movement, right? We're walking, we're getting up and moving as much as we can, standing, maybe pacing while we're on the phone or going for a walk. If you can stand while you're working, if you can take the stairs, all those kinds of things, 7 days a week. 5 days of the week, we're going to increase the intensity a bit more. And that's for where you're at right now, right? Like your level of fitness might be completely different from somebody else's in the challenge. And so hopefully from this last 10 days or this 10 days when we finish, your level of endurance and strength and performance will be a little bit higher, right? With exercise, we kind of have to keep challenging ourselves. So this allows you to adapt it to your level. So 5 days of that 7 days of the week, though, we want to increase the intensity for you, like for where your level is at. So just as examples, if where you've been is complete beginner with this challenge and you've been mostly walking or doing a bit of stretching movements or a little light yoga, or you've done a little bit of the workouts, but mostly it's just been increasing your movement, then those 5 days a week, you maybe want to do a little bit quicker walk. You want to include some stairs. So where you're increasing the intensity will be different from somebody who is maybe already has a good base of fitness, who's maybe working out beforehand, and then now they're wanting to maybe increase the intensity a bit more. So those 5 days of the 7 days of the week, when you increase the intensity for you, if you're a more moderate level of exercise, then we're gonna, man, I'm just getting all these WhatsApp messages coming in, sorry, just trying to clear them away. So, oh my gosh, it's a busy time for communication, I guess. So 5 days a week, the increased intensity for you, if you're more moderate, would be to really work on maybe the pace. Maybe you can move a little bit more quickly. You kind of pay attention to taking shorter rests so that you're just jumping back in as soon as you can. You're not taking longer rest breaks. Other ways to maybe increase the intensity would be definitely increase those weights. So grabbing heavier weights, and it's an investment. Maybe you need to buy them, but you guys, it's if you spend $20 on a set of weights, for example, that investment can go a really long way. Oh, I got weird light again. I'm obsessed with lighting. I don't like weird lighting. So I just want to encourage you, weights would be the #1 investment. If you're going to buy any kind of equipment, I would invest in weights and maybe get a set of weights that's maybe 5 to 7 pounds heavier than the ones you're using now. If you're feeling like you can get to 10 repetitions of something pretty easily after even the second round, then it's time to increase the weight. For example, the HIIT I just did, I was saying at the beginning, I went back and did the 10-minute HIIT with weights, I think from day, I don't remember, 7, was it? And ooh, it's totally different game, you guys, from when I filmed it, because I was filming a lot of things. I just used 8-pound weights, which is good. But today I doubled it. I used 16-pound or like 7-kilo weights today. And it was a totally different game. If you want to get more breathless, if you want to get the muscles burning, if you want to feel like heavy, like those weight muscles, it's hard to finish those repetitions, like to get the weight up. And if you want to get sweaty, the heat, then those 4 markers, you're gonna see those pop up in your workouts a lot more quickly if you're using heavier weights. So I was totally different. Really needed to take more rest with the HIIT today because I was doubling the weight. So that would be where I would say maybe the next step would be for those of you who are more moderate, who have a pretty good solid base of exercise before the challenge, and especially now, if you want to continue to see results in your endurance, results in terms of your increased metabolism, results in terms of your muscle tone, ladies, the #1 thing I can tell you is to increase your weight that you're using. And that's really for those of you who already have a good base. If you're just starting out, don't feel like you need to rush. But once you're at that point where you can tell if you're just kind of phoning it in and not really getting a challenging workout, you're not going to see results unless you're challenging yourself, and the body has to respond to that challenge and make muscle. So if you want to have toned muscles, if you want to have strong looking arms or legs and a defined physique, then adding weights is really important. Oh my gosh, the light. Let's see if this is better. Speckled lighting. I'm gonna move over here for a second. Okay, I want to talk about a couple other things too that can help you to really feel like you can have a good plan going forward, because that's the worst, right? When you're making a lot of good changes and then I just can't I can't win today with the light, and then you feel like you're just like kind of left hanging, and I don't want to leave you guys hanging. So what I would suggest is that you create these are 3 things to make sure that you kind of have a plan going forward. And one would be to have a workout calendar, so where you know exactly what you're going to do. You kind of map it out, and you do like kind of look through your month, and you either write it on a calendar, or you have like a thing on your fridge or something like that, and you just look through the weeks of the month, and you just kind of put down, okay, Mondays I'm going to do total body workout, Tuesday I'm going to do the lower body workout, Wednesday, and you just create a monthly plan for yourself. And then I would say you can either, of course you can always like that's what we're doing in the Magic Makers movement, is I send out every month Oh my gosh, I'm just going inside because I can't handle the mosquitoes now. Excuse me. All right, hang with me, hang with me. I was just getting bombarded by mosquitoes. Okay, just taking you on a little tour of our house. Okay, inside, you gotta see up close in my really sweaty face. Sorry about that. Okay, so let me regroup. Workout, so the three things I want to talk about: workout calendar, so creating a workout calendar for yourself or finding one online, or you know, I'm not pushing it, but if you want to use the Magic Makers Movement one, I give a workout calendar every month so you know exactly what to do every single day. And there's a link for the video that you can go to. Plus, I curate, of course, share my own yoga videos, but also curate some of my favorite yoga teachers from YouTube and share those in the monthly workout calendar. So that's the first one, is have a workout calendar for yourself so you kind of know what's coming and you don't have any guesswork. And then the second one is to have a workout log so that you're tracking what you're doing. So again, some of these tools might be more useful for some people more than others. I find that it's similar to keeping a food log or food diary. Some people track what they eat in MyFitnessPal, for example, and doing that with your exercise is super helpful for not only like keeping you on track, but it also just helps you see your progress. Like if you say, for example, I did the 10-minute HIIT with weights, and today I can put down I did it with 16-pound weights instead of 8-pound weights last time. So you can see your progression, and that can be really encouraging to see your progress and motivating for that. So tracking what you do is the second thing. And then the third thing is to have some accountability, and that can be different for different personality types. You know, for some people who are more maybe introverted, that could be something that you're doing like via text with a friend, or it could be in an online group, or if you're more of an extrovert and really enjoy that social time and you want to get out and be with other people, it could be having a workout buddy where you meet up to go run, or you meet up to go take a class together, or you're like, that's your thing, right? Like that is your time. You enjoy that time with someone else, and it helps you stay on track because you know that they're waiting for you and they're going to meet you. So that's the third thing, is to build in that accountability buddy of some sort. And again, hey guys, if you can hear me okay, I know I've been moving around a lot. Had to change the scenario, so give me a thumbs up if you can hear me okay, and give a little hello if you're watching in, and where you're watching in from. It's always fun to kind of know where people are listening from. Okay, so I went over, if you're catching up now, I see some people jumping on, hey Jill, is that I went over sort of just so you know, like when you finish, just like what to do, and to know like you're not just left hanging, like you're not sure what to do. You're like, this has been good because I know it's like every day's planned out, you can just hit play and do the workout and not have to necessarily think about it. And whenever we can make that like lower the barrier to getting something done, it makes it more likely that we're gonna do it and stick with it. So I just wanted to give you some tools so that you can lower that barrier going forward and keep sticking with it. So I just went over, I'm just gonna review really quickly what I said earlier when that was 7, 5, 3, 1. And so 7 days a week, if you're thinking about a week, if you're planning out your week, you wanna have 7 days of the week, you're always moving. So no rest days. Technically, yes, you do. The active rest days include that walking. So you always want to have movement. So 7 days a week, move in gentle ways. So walking is my favorite, taking the stairs, gardening, cleaning, any way that you can get up and move, standing at your desk, sneaking little things in. 5 of those 7 days, you want to increase the intensity for your level right now. And again, I went over that, so if you want to listen to that again, you can go back to the beginning later, but increasing the intensity 5 days of the week. And so that allows your body to have to adapt, right? You have to challenge the body a bit, and those 5 days of the week are gonna give you that. So you definitely wanna have 2 active rest days a week though, where you're still moving, but not putting stress on the body, right? There's that difference between movement and exercise. So 5 days you're exercising, 7 days you're moving. 3 of those 5 days, I want you to be doing strength. So strength circuits, so similar to what we've done with the AMRAPs, some of the chain workouts, even the HIIT with weights would be one where if you're using heavy enough weights, that would be considered resistance training. 3 days a week, Eventually, maybe you're gonna move on into powerlifting. Awesome. I would love to hear about it. Tell me about it. That's something I enjoy. And then the other 2 of the 5 days where you increase the intensity, 1, I want you to try and do HIIT, so high intensity interval training. And the 5th day, the other one, I want you to choose. So you get to mix it up. You can do another HIIT, or you can do another strength training. If you're in doubt, when in doubt, do more strength training, I would say. Just it's so important for women, especially if your goal is fat loss, if your goal is to change how your body looks, the shape of your body, like the physique, if your goal is to stay strong, if your goal is to age healthfully and keep your bones healthy, there's so many, if you want to look younger, if you want to have a better sex drive, there's so many benefits to lifting weight. Like, not when I say lifting weights, I don't mean that you need to go pick up a barbell. I mean that you challenge yourself with weights, and I'm not talking 3-pound weights or even 5-pound weights. I'm talking at least 10 pounds and gradually increasing your strength up to 15, 20 pound dumbbells, even higher than that once you're ready for it, right? There's always the next goal, and keep progressing, which is kind of the cool part about strength training and challenging yourself. So shoot me any questions. What do you guys think about that? Does it seem like doable? Can you do that? And kind of like what is the, it's kind of what we've been doing already with the workout guide that we've had so far in the challenge. It's been that similar structure. You had a couple of active recovery days, but apart from that, you've really had 5 days a week of increasing the intensity, and most of those have included weights if you've had them available to you. So awesome, you guys. I want to just, again, please shoot me any questions. I sent out all the information yesterday and linked on the page, on our group page here, about the Magic Makers movement. I would love to welcome you and have you join the group if that's just feeling like a good fit for you. If you've enjoyed this challenge, if you felt like you've gotten a lot out of it, the Magic Makers movement is really similar to this. And you get to have a lot of information about nutrition, and we do different themes every month. So like, for example, the theme and the challenge for our month this month has been to do our own Commit to Fit. But in addition to that, we've been doing Commit to Fun. So every day we've been focusing on something fun to really remember what we enjoy about exercise, what we enjoy about healthy living, what we enjoy. And it's been really cool to see what the girls come up with, because we can get kind of like in our ruts. So we've been breaking out of our ruts this month and trying to commit to fun every day. And that's been really cool. Next month, we're really gonna focus in on vegetables. So it's gonna be more of a nutrition challenge in the month of October. And we're gonna be really focusing in on like 3 times a day, getting in vegetables. So that's been a huge benefit for many of the women that have done that in the past, where they've really been able to increase their vegetable intake by having that challenge and having a whole month to really focus in on it and hone that habit. Because it takes time to make the habit change. And what we do in the Magic Makers movement is really give that time and space and support to make those small, consistent changes that will lead to lasting habit change, not just a quick fix. So if that's something you're looking for, it's not for you. Magic Makers is not for you if you're looking for a quick fix. If you're looking for permanent change and just a new outlook on fitness and nutrition, and that there's actually a better way, a healthier, like happier way to do it that's enjoyable, then I would love for you to check it out. We have women from all over the world, just like in this challenge, and it's a even closer knit community because it's smaller, and you're not getting as many posts per day, so that's not going to be as distracting. I encourage the women to really manage their energy around social media, so I'm not expecting you to be like in the group all the time. And we have a lot of information. A lot of the women actually don't check into the Facebook group as often, maybe once a month or every couple of weeks. And then there's some that check in every day or every couple days. And I love that because it really honors where you're at and what you need. And some people just mostly access the workouts and all the nutrition information on our portal, which is on my website. So you get a membership login and you can find everything there. So recipes, the workouts, we've got over 100 workouts, so you can go back and you can really mix it up and you never get bored. You always, if you don't know where to go, you can just hit play on one of them and just hit the ground and not have to be thinking about what to do. So all the workouts are in the portal and all the old, like previous trainings from the month. So each month with the theme, I send out a live training and or have a guest expert. So those recordings of all those trainings are in the archive, as well as, I forgot to mention this, this is the like big thing that we're gonna be doing in October, is my Rev and Reset. It's a signature program for the Magic Makers movement, and it's a 2-week metabolic jumpstart. So it's excellent for those of you who really wanna kickstart fat loss and or kind of reset your nutritional habits. It's 2-week more intensive focus. I don't really, I don't ever, like I said, focus on quick fixes, but I do really see the value in taking time to really step back and analyze, kind of create awareness around the habits that we have and peel off, like each time I do a reset, like the Rev and Reset or another kind of nutritional reset, I always come away with like taking off a layer that's not serving me. So really kind of honing in on what I want to keep with the habits I have, and then what's time to let go of and get more strategic and streamlined. And so the 2-week metabolic jumpstart Rev and Reset really focuses in on your nutrition. And some people just stick with the nutrition part of it and don't add in the workouts. But we also get really strategic with how to optimize our metabolism and kind of toggle between, more intense workout days and less intense, and not run our bodies ragged with the eat less, exercise more kind of model that's typical of diets, right? Like it's like just eat less and exercise more. It doesn't work. People keep trying it and it just doesn't work. So we're trying to relook at that and find a way that works and really kind of create a new habit, or new relationship with food and exercise in that 2 weeks. So by becoming a member with the Magic Makers movement, you would get free access to that metabolic jumpstart. So you could just join us and jump right into that. It'd be perfect to step into right after finishing the challenge. Or, that's something that we do quarterly. So we're gonna do it together as a group in October. So we do it every season. And so we'll be doing the fall edition for the Northern Hemisphere, spring edition for Southern Hemisphere folks in October. And then we'll be doing, again, a winter edition in the winter time, in winter, summer, starting in January. And then as you can kind of guess, I'm gonna go cycle through it. So it gives you a chance to just, again, I find that for myself, I've been a dietitian for over 15 years and an athlete since I was 5. I've been playing sports and been an athlete, and I still learn, I still am learning and of course trying to share with you guys what I'm learning, but I need time to reset and just to come back and to like peel off some of those habits that kind of sneak in, right? They kind of start to accumulate. It's like dust. I'm like dusting off the things that aren't serving me, and I find that it's really helpful. So, in terms of like results, some of the ladies who were looking for the fat loss aspect, it was super helpful. Christian Vai in the group is in the group. I'll share a little bit about her. She joined the last Commit to Fit it was at end of March, April time of this year. And so she did the rep, I'm sorry, there's all these different names, Commit to Fit. And then right after that, she joined the Magic Makers. She joined Magic Makers after the Commit to Fit. And she did the Rev and Reset when we did it right after she joined the Magic Makers. And she saw, I forget how much she lost now. It was like at least 10 pounds, and she dropped a couple sizes, and she completely changed her approach to fitness and has been exercising regularly ever since. And it's been incredible. Like she got back to her pre-baby weight, and has been able to help recover from a shoulder injury and really stay safe and been able to sustain those results, not just lose it and then gain it back, but she sustained it for over 6 months. So I've been super proud of her. But it all started with her Commit to Fit challenge back in the spring, and then she jumped into the Magic Makers movement. Of course, she's had to do the work, but the framework of the Magic Makers movement was there for her. She applied it, and she came to the group for support, and it's been incredible to see her transformation. Another woman, Branca, you can listen to her story on the Magic Makers page. I'm going to highlight it here in the Commit to Fit challenge soon, her video, her testimonial, but she's lost 11 pounds or more, and the same thing. She joined Magic Makers in the spring right after the Commit to Fit challenge, and she has again made small steady changes. She thought she wouldn't just ever be able to lose the weight that she'd gained. She tried all these different diets, never had worked, and finally was able to just figure it out, right? Like it's like, okay, small, steady changes. We focus in on really practical tools around nutrition that go with how you enjoy eating, instead of trying to be like, eat this, even though you're like, I don't like that. It's not really realistic. So realistic, practical changes, and she's been able to sustain it. And again, go back to those clothes she thought she would never be able to wear again, and sustain that weight loss, even through an injury. Now she's been not able to really exercise for the last 3 or 4 weeks, and she's still maintained that weight loss. And really it comes down to her really finding those nutrition tools and the mindset tools, because you guys, we can talk all day about science and about exercise and nutrition, but what I find over and over again, like, this is why I went into wellness instead of clinical, what I was doing before, which was clinical nutrition, because you tell people or whatever, I was educating people about nutrition, and the changes weren't happening. I've tried that before with other clients and with myself, and use like the gap between knowing, right, the education, the information, and the doing. So what is, I think, really magical about the Magic Makers movement is it's about going from that knowledge and that information to implementing and really making it practical and easy to implement. So shoot me any questions. I know I'm looking really ripe today and like super sweaty and tired and just, I should just call these the sweaty stories, because I'm like, I hope you guys don't mind that I'm just completely keeping it real with you with no makeup post-workout. But listen, I'm so happy to like get to do what I do, that I don't care how I show up. I'm not trying to be a social media celebrity. So hope you guys don't mind the grubbier look. But I was like so happy to just get my workout in before I dropped my son off at school. And again, it's like always really tempting to like get caught up into the dishes and the cleaning and the laundry and everything. But I'm actually taking a page out of the book of some of you guys who've just said, I just ignore those things. I'm choosing this for myself, and just did the workout really quickly before jumping on here. And so didn't get a shower or makeup, but hope you guys don't mind. All right, have a wonderful day, and can't wait to welcome ladies into joining into the Magic Makers movement. Bye.